Jeff, Jorge Mendaca, FoxSports.com. Everybody's going to write tomorrow, oh, Jimmy's already out of the gates, give him the championship, everything. What's it going to take to beat Jimmy? And can you talk about some of the drivers you've seen that can give him the battle like yourself?
Well, I mean, I don't like giving those guys bonus points. That's something you don't want to give them. They already are very strong, especially for those final 10. But I'm kind of hoping they peak early this year, and that some of us can gain the momentum as we get to the chase, and it's going to make us all work really, really hard. But who knows? I mean, they're very good, and they haven't had a lot of turnover in people and changes, and they're the team to beat. But we showed today that we can beat them, and that's what I'm more excited about than anything else.
Tom Bowles, SI in the front stretch. Jeff, you've touched on this a little bit already, and I know it's frustrating to lose, but you look at the board today, Hendrick 1, 3, 4, Junior 16th, which is actually an improvement for him on an intermediate. Do you kind of feel like you guys have picked up right where you left off at the end of last year, and is it refreshing to know? I know you work hard in the offseason to try and keep it up, keep up the pace, but you never know really until the other cars get on the track just where you stand.
Yeah, I mean, the Childress cars, have shown a lot of strength early on already. So I've seen where they've made big improvements. The Roush cars at times were really strong, today. And you never know within our own organization whether you're working on the right things over the off season and coming, to the track if you've done every single thing that you feel like you could do to be competitive. But we've shown already this year that we're very strong. I feel like our team's much stronger than we were last year. So, I feel really good about that. I think that we've stepped up a notch. I feel like the 48, is pretty much. I mean, it's hard to get much better than they were already, but they've maintained that. The 5 is very strong, and we've elevated up to 88. So I do think that with this car. And with what's going on with the economy and everything, our organization has been able to maintain a pretty high level of competition, and it's nice to know we're doing the right things.
Okay, I think we got two more. Someone's behind the pillar here, and then we'll come in the middle room to Tom.
It's me, the one that looks like he's directing traffic here. Jeff, does it ever cease to amaze you that when it comes down to a decision between no tires, 2 tires, 4 tires, that the Ford 8, for some reason, always seems to have that right?
That's what makes a good team. I mean, when you're a good team, it's like last week that people were talking about, man, look how lucky they are. That's not luck, I mean, you do everything you can as a team right, and when everything is clicking, good things happen, and that to me is not good luck. That's you creating things around you to work in the right direction. And I've been a part of it before myself with our team, and so that's to me just a really well prepared team that executes very well when it comes to race time. And that all came down to a decision, and it was a very good decision. And the thing is, when you're in the position that they're in, they're so strong, and they've won so many races over the last several years that it just gives them a lot of confidence, and that helps you continue to make good decisions. And when you've dominated the way that they have, it's easy to take a little more risk, and when it doesn't go your way, to go, okay, that's all right. Majority of the time it does go our way, and it just helps you make better decisions each time you come down to that. So you got to give them credit where credit's due. They're very strong, very good team.
Tom
Zaleski, the Spectrum of St. George, Utah. Jeff, as long as that green flag run was leading up to that last yellow, let me play devil's advocate here. Had we continued green closer to the end of the race, would that have changed the call in any way between the 2 tires and 4?
I think the more laps we ran, the more 2 tires would have made sense. I think there were just a few too many laps, for the 2 tires. I think that's the only thing I see that maybe went against us. And again, if more guys had taken 2, I think we were in good shape. So the fact that we only had us and I think Jimmy came out behind me or Harvick came out behind me. So it's just a couple of us that took 2 that got ahead of Jimmy. We needed 4 or 5 guys to be ahead of the first car on 4 tires, especially a car like the 48 that ran so well. Had we come down closer to the end, we probably wouldn't have come in, and that would have got things very interesting too, because half the lead lap cars probably would have come in, and some of them taken 2 or 4, probably 4. But from a leader standpoint, it's so tough to make that decision, and we've seen this so many times. The leader comes down pit road at the end of a race on that last pit stop, and they usually get beat, because the other guys just do the opposite of whatever you do because they don't have anything to lose, and it usually works in your favor to be second, third, or fourth, or fifth.
Jeff, thank you and congratulations.